Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History File channel. I'm going to do a quick book review today. This book is called Dunkirk and the Aftermath, and it's part of the Images of War series. Rare photographs from wartime archives, written by Stephen Wynne and published by Pen and Sword Books. The book is priced at £14.99 and is available from the link below this video. I would like to thank Rosie at Pen and Sword Books for allowing me to read and review this book. The Dunkirk Evacuation, codenamed Operation Dynamo, was the evacuation of Allied soldiers during World War II from the beaches and harbour of Dunkirk in northern France. Between the 26th of May and the 4th of June 1940, the operation commenced after large numbers of Belgian, British and French troops were cut off and surrounded by German troops during the 6-week Battle of France. In a speech to the House of Commons, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill called this a colossal military disaster, saying the whole roots and core and brain of the British Army had been stranded at Dunkirk and seemed about to perish or be captured. In his "We shall fight them on the beaches" speech on the 4th of June, he hailed their rescue as the Miracle of Deliverance. After Nazi Germany invaded Poland in September 1939, France and British Empire declared war on Germany and imposed an economic blockade. The British Expeditionary Force was sent to help defend France. After the phony war of October 1939 to April 1940, Germany invaded Belgium, the Netherlands and France on the 10th of May. 3 Panzer Corps attacked through the Ardennes and drove northwest to the English Channel. By the 21st of May, German forces had trapped the BEF, the remains of the Belgian forces, and 3 French field armies along the northern coast of France. The BEF commander, General Viscount Gort, immediately saw evacuation across the Channel as the best course of action and began planning a withdrawal from Dunkirk, the closest good port. Late on the 23rd of May, a halt order was issued by General Gerd von Rundstedt, commander of Army Group A. Adolf Hitler approved the order the next day and had the German High Command send confirmation to the front. Attacking the trapped BEF, French and Belgian armies was left to the Luftwaffe until the order was rescinded on the 26th of May. This gave Allied forces time to construct defensive forces and pull back large numbers of troops to fight the Battle of Dunkirk. From the 28th to the 31st of May, in the Siege of Lille, the remaining 40,000 men of the French First Army fought a delay in action against 7 German divisions, including 3 armoured divisions. Now what we have in this book, Dunkirk and the Aftermath, written by Stephen Wynne, is 174 pages of fascinating text about the retreat and how the British forces were forced to leave so much machinery, weapons, vehicles and ammunition behind on the beaches of Dunkirk. The reason for this was that they had to get 300,000 men onto boats across the Channel, which was no mean feat in itself. These soldiers were having to be evacuated by whatever ships and boats could be found, and they weren't getting on board via normal means. They were often having to wade out to sea some 150 metres or 200 metres just to get picked up. And when you're in full military uniform, that's no mean feat. As many soldiers got weighed down and almost drowned, or did. As you can see from some of the pictures, at low tide they were able to use vehicles to get further out to sea by creating a type of pontoon, but these could only go so far. This book very much shows the enormous amount of vehicles left behind, the number of men having to be picked up and crammed onto so few ships, and also the number of German soldiers heading towards Dunkirk and the fighting that occurred there. What makes this story stand out is the fact that the Navy knew it didn't have enough vessels, so they had to call upon people along the south coast of England to support the war effort and take their own vessels of all kinds across to Dunkirk in order to pick up evacuating troops, which a great many did gladly, which meant men could be picked up closer to shore and taken further out to sea to reach the bigger ships. Because don't forget, all this time the troops were being constantly bombarded by German Luftwaffe. In all, 338,226 British and Allied troops were rescued from Dunkirk. This book contains around 200 black and white images of the evacuation, and the supportive text throughout the book is excellent, detailed and informative. I like the way that the book has been split up into specific chapters, and not only focuses upon the evacuation but the media and politicians involved back home. As you know, I'm a huge fan of the Images of War series, and would highly recommend this book to anyone with an interest in World War II. I would finally like to thank Rosie at Pen and Sword Books for allowing me to read and review this book. There is a link for this book below this video, and if you wish you can leave any comments below this video too. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more history content. And I shall see you next time. Thank you very much.